Welcome to Section 3 of the PrEP Special Education video tutorial, where we will discuss harassment and bullying of students with disabilities. This video tutorial is provided by PrEP, the Parental Readiness and Empowerment Program, an initiative of the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights under law. For more information about PrEP and the other resources we offer, please visit our website at prepparents.org. We offer helpful information, but this is not a substitute for legal advice. We do our best to be accurate, but rules can change and may vary by state and district. This section will review federal and state laws, the school's obligation to comply with those laws, and maintain a safe learning environment for all students, and appropriate parent responses where their child may have been subjected to bullying or harassment at school. Special education and harassment bullying is an extremely important topic. Research has found that students with disabilities, as compared to their peers without disabilities, are more worried about school safety and being hurt or harassed by peers. Those students are also 2 to 3 times more likely to be victims of bullying and experience bullying that is more frequent in nature and experience bullying that is directly related to their disability. The U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights, or OCR, and the Department of Justice have stated that when bullying involves harassment based on a student's disability, federally funded schools have an obligation to resolve the harassment. Bullying and harassing behaviors are often defined by district policy and may include unwelcome conduct, such as verbal abuse, name-calling, or slurs, graphic or written statements, threats, physical assault, or other conduct that may be physically threatening, harmful, or humiliating. Bullying and harassment is not harmless. Bullying can negatively impact a child's access to education and lead to skipping school and higher rates of being absent from school, a decrease in grades, an inability to concentrate, a loss of interest in doing well in school, and possibly dropping out of school. Parents and students have legal rights when their child is a target of bullying and harassment, and may have some additional protections if their child with a disability is targeted on the basis of that disability. When a child is bullied because of his or her disability and it creates a negative environment at school, bullying behavior may cross the line and become disability harassment. The school must address the harassment under Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, the IDEA, which we learned previously is short for Individuals with Disabilities in Education Act, and Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, of 1990. Remember, we covered these 3 laws in the Special Education Part A video tutorial series. Section 504 prohibits discrimination based on disability by agencies that receive federal funding, which include public schools and public charter schools. Students with a 504 plan or Individualized Education Program, or IEP, qualify for these protections. When bullying affects a child's ability to gain meaningful educational benefit from his or her 504 plan or IEP, the school may be found to have failed to provide a free, appropriate public education, or FAPE, as required by law. That failure may also violate civil rights protections under Section 504. Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 also applies to school bullying of students with disabilities. Title II protects against discrimination of individuals with disabilities in all public places, whether or not federal funds are involved. OCR has stated that when a child is discriminated against in school because of his or her disability, then that bullying can rise to the level of harassment or discrimination prohibited under Title II. The Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA, also protects children with disabilities in cases of bullying. Under IDEA, the federal government provides funds to states for school districts to use to provide a FAPE to students with disabilities. Similar to Section 504, when bullying affects a student's ability to receive a meaningful benefit from his or her educational program, a school's failure to stop the bullying may result in a denial of FAPE in violation of IDEA. Several states also have laws that address bullying. These include, but are not limited, to Arizona, California, Connecticut, Illinois, New Jersey, New York, Texas, Virginia, and Washington. Although anti-bullying laws vary from state to state, they generally focus on identifying the specific behaviors that are considered bullying in that state. For a complete overview of state laws, visit stopbullying.gov. Many school districts also have individual policies addressing how to respond to bullying and information specific to parents with disabilities. It's best to find out your school district's bullying policy. If a student with a disability is being bullied, federal law requires schools to take immediate and appropriate action to investigate the issue, and as necessary, take steps to stop the bullying and prevent it from happening again. Other federal laws may provide additional protections if a student is being bullied or harassed because of his or her race, ethnicity, or another protected characteristic, but those protections will not be addressed in this tutorial. To resolve a disability harassment complaint, the school has several options. Some examples include developing policies prohibiting harassment and discrimination on the basis of disability, training staff and administration on identifying and addressing harassment, and providing adult supervision in places at the school where harassment occurs. Anyone can report harassing conduct to a school. When a school receives a complaint, they must take certain steps to investigate and resolve the situation. First, the school must take immediate and appropriate action to investigate or otherwise determine what happened. This includes interviewing targeted students, offending students, and witnesses, and maintain written documentation of the investigation. Communicating with targeted students about steps taken to end harassment, and checking in with targeted students to ensure that harassment has stopped. Parents play a key role in preventing or responding to bullying. Some ways which a parent can help include recognizing changes in your child's behavior, learning what bullying is according to the school's policy, talking with your child about the bullying, documenting everything that happens, contacting school officials to report the bullying, and learning how you and school officials can work together to support your child. When preparing to talk to children about bullying, parents should consider how they will handle the child's questions and emotions and what their own responses will be. Adults should be prepared to listen without judgment, providing the child with a safe place to work out their feelings and determine their next steps. When you report the bullying incident, inform your child's teacher and school administrators. Let your child be a part of the decision on how to approach and deal with the situation. You can also ask the school questions about what is going to be done and work with the school to help educate your child about the best ways to respond to bullying in the future. The parents should not confront the bully or the bully's parents, blame the child, attempt to solve the problem without your child's input, or inform your child that they should fight back. If you're struggling with the school to resolve the issue, check out our videos on navigating the school system. Congratulations, you have finished Section 3. Please stay tuned for Section 4 on Special Education and Transition Services.